So here are the explanations for this Qigong set that benefits the low back. We're going to be doing 5 different exercises that improve the relationship between the low back and the hip area and the different organ systems. The first one is going to relate to the lungs and the low back. So in this exercise, you can imagine yourself being a great bird spreading its wings. The hands are going to come up and drop down as I turn my waist side to side. Like all Qigong exercises, I want all the movements to start at the same moment and all the movements to stop at the same moment as well. So the lifting of the hands and the dropping of the hands, actually that is generated and motivated by the movement of the waist. That's the important aspect of this particular exercise in this Qigong set. Really simple movements, but coordinating the two of them can be more complicated. You'll find as you lift the arms, you naturally inhale, and as you drop your arms, you exhale. That will just happen naturally. If you see that it's not happening, that's okay. Just do the form, and with time, that will be the case. So let's just start with a little bit of tuning in to where I am on the ground, shifting my weight forward and back. I want to be over the center of the foot. With the energy of the body connecting to the bubbling well or bubbling spring point, which is at the bottom of the foot. That's the beginning of the kidney point. It's really our connection to the ground. And we also want to be spreading our toes out. Those are also connection points to the ground in terms of the channels. So just shifting your weight forward and back, side to side, finding the spot that's at perfect center. Drop the hips. What that means is dropping the tailbone. And that'll lift the pubic bone slightly, but don't do it too much. Don't do it forcefully. Just let it drop down. The back of the neck is also lifted up by tilting the head slightly, rotating it from the top of the head, of the spinal cord. Lifting up from the top of the head, dropping down the tailbone, letting each segment of the spine open up. So the first exercise, we tune in, the knees are over the feet. Now when I say that, I mean, as I look down, I can still see my toes. If they're too far forward, that can damage the knees. I want to be supported in a way that's going to protect all the joints. If I'm too far back, the chi's not going to move up properly, and that can also be difficult for the knees. So the first exercise, we tune in to the body, get that sweet spot where the weight is perfectly balanced, or at least as balanced as it's going to be today. And then we begin. Rotate the waist and lift the arms. Let all the movements begin and end together. You can take a few moments to tune in and notice how that feels in the body. You might feel tingling in your fingertips, or some kind of tingling in the feet, overall warmth in the body. Those are all signs of qi. Energy, moving in a more dynamic and harmonious way through the body.